What's going on, everybody? VC Diesel, Wild Boys Inc., and we are back. This is going to be your quick official review of the Skull and Bones game. So right here you can see that we are having a good time. This game's getting a lot of heat from saying it's not a good game because it's not Black Flag. Listen, the game is not Assassin's Creed. It's a standalone game, and they even tell you that it is an original. So get it out of your head that it's Black Flag. It's similar, and the only way you can compare it is the sea battles, which are better than the Assassin's Creed sea battles. The only difference is you're not going to have your boarding. When you board, it's just like an auto feature. You're not going on the ship. You're not fighting. There's no hand-to-hand combat. Yes, they could have done it, but this project switched hands how many times in like 11 years? So at least it's out. This is the first generation of this game. Is it like a simulator, a pirate simulator? Sure. But you got to remember, the Assassin's Creed games didn't have certain features, like being able to hold cargo. You were able to get treasure chests here and there because it was a different game. So this, you're building ships, you're holding cargo, you're changing the colors of everything around you. You're harvesting on land. They have animations of animals everywhere. You have the interaction of computers, forts, and then about, say, 20 people a server, I would think, somewhere around there. So this game is its own thing. So for it to get so much flack is terrible. And you have a decent storyline. It's not horrible either. It's whatever. But it's a start. And if it's successful, they are going to merge it at some point because they know everybody wants to hand-to-hand battle and stuff. So this is just like your first run, even after 11 years. Is it a quadruple A game? Absolutely not. I played the beta. After reading reviews, I didn't even want to get the game. And it was very discouraging. So I played the beta, and I gave it like a 7.2 because all we were doing was fighting. You were learning a little bit, and it was fun, but it wasn't really that feeling because I was made to believe that it was going to be like Assassin's Creed or not live up to that expectation, which is very hard to live up to as a game in general because it was so good. But it's not. If you like pirate simulators, if you like pirates, if you like plundering and doing cosmetics on ships and like running around harvesting and doing stuff, this game's great. And then there's an end of game feature called the Helm that they introduced to you halfway through the story, and that's your end game. So you deal with silver in the beginning, and at the end game you're trying to get pieces of 8, which is your gold. So you get that gold by smuggling. You're creating a smuggling ring. You can see we just went from a plunder to now the shipwright. I needed to build a new ship. So that was an old ship. I finally got the blueprint for this new ship here. And you got to get all that stuff there on the right to build that brigantine. And look at everything it has. It tells you from its speed, its hull strength, what it can hold, etc. You're going to go through here and you're going to see a couple things. I'm going to show you real quick some of the features. I'm not going to go really into the whole helm thing here because you just don't need to. There's some where you're getting poppy, you're doing deliveries, you're running from rogues, they're hunting you down. There's a lot of stuff going on with the helm, and it's like own game inside of this game. So once you're done, you're really trying to build an empire of a black market around the 3 continental areas. Like you got the Red Islands, you got the coast of Africa, and then you have like the Spice Islands over there in the East Indies. So you're developing these 3 sections, and you're trying to get this gold because ultimately the gold is going to give you the best builds. You're going to get your best mortars, your best cannons, your best ships, everything. So that's what everyone's going for. And then once you're at the end of that, you probably invested over a couple hundred hours in the game. So if you like the game, you're going to love, like if you like pirates and the fighting and like that whole Assassin's Creed battle on the oceans, this game tops that as far as ocean battling, ship-to-ship combat, not hand-to-hand combat. You're not going to get that. Running around, it's whatever on these islands. You could search the islands a little bit, nothing really going on, and you find some clues and stuff, and there's treasure hunts. I mean, they make it a lot of fun. So after the game came out, I ended up buying it anyway because I did like the beta enough to purchase the game and see if it was a little deeper, so I took a chance. I spent $60, or what, the $69, right, originally. And then I turned around and wrote PlayStation. They gave me my money back, and I bought the $100 version because I wanted to play 3 days early. And I didn't want to wait. I was already into the game enough. And once I got in, it was just really good. Like, you know, it got a little deeper, and then the helm thing started up, and then my ship was getting better, and I was hooked. I liked the game a lot, and I gave it a solid 8. So for a game, it's not a 10, it's not a triple A, it's not a quadruple A game. It has potential to be really, really good. But it's still lacking all those features everybody wanted. The graphics are good. It's pretty seamless. There's very minimal glitching around. Every once in a while I'll see like a rendering issue. Aside from that, there's been nothing. It's very solid, no bugs, and it's a lot of fun. You meet up with people. They don't really mess with you too badly. And if they do, it is what it is. There's PvP zones and there's PvE zones. So you just got to watch out for what you do. They really don't allow the whole bullying thing yet. But if you're carrying something black market, then you better believe that you're fair game to everyone. So that's where it starts to take more of a pirate shape and having your fleets and all that. Does it suck you can only have 3 people in the fleet? Sure. Can you maybe turn off crossplay and get on the same server? Absolutely. So who knows? You can link up like that too. But here I'm just showing you some of the things as you see it scrolling through different weapons, outfitting the ship a certain way. It was the first time I was seeing all this, so I was seeing what worked, auxiliary. Then you go into some furniture. Your furnitures are like buffs, basically. You could see is reducing damage by 15%, maybe making your cannonball shoot a little faster so you could reload faster. Then you have your cosmetics, of course. I like this Asher Corsair set. Have a lot of really cool stuff under there, but there's so many, and then there's so much to hunt down, and you can track every little piece of it and go find it from whatever merchant may have it or whatever mission you might need to do to get it. Overall, this game is really fun. I told you it was a 7.2 beta. I give it a solid 8 as far as a game, and I'm looking forward to when they make a Skull and Bones 2 in 10 years. But whatever. Hopefully by then they flatten out all the issues and they made enough money and they add enough expansions that this game really starts to take off. Maybe another zone to explore, because eventually you're going to get tired of roaming the same areas over and over and over. But for now, it's a lot of fun. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the voice. I've talked enough. You guys could kind of just get the idea of how deep it is, whether from schematics to looting stuff to collecting things to building your ship how you want. It's a lot of fun. And the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is a legendary map hunt. Now, this was the first time I interacted in one that actually had people in it, because I had crossplay off in the beginning. I wasn't sure what I was dealing with, and I didn't want to deal with a bunch of computer boys coming at you with their super fingers on all the hotkeys. Not doing it. I wasn't dealing with it. So I was playing for like leisure and chill and not competition at that point. But we got into it. So I ended up seeing a legendary heist, and the 2 times before this, no one joined. So I was able to just take it and figure out what to do with it, because at first you have no idea what you're doing. And you're like, how am I supposed to hunt this? Because all the other treasure maps are, they're kind of localized. They show you kind of a picture of what you're looking for and a little description. With the legendary map hunt, they only show you like a location of a buried treasure. They don't tell you anything else. There's no clues, no nothing. So the number one thing to do is what I figured out is you have to hit track. Once you track it, you could open up your map and it'll show you a little white map with a skull, and it's the same skull as the event. So there's a legendary map event, and it ends up being against these 2 guys and in my new ship, and it was a lot of fun, and I'm gonna let you guys see what happens. Of course I won. I'm gonna tell you I won, but I beat the shit out of these guys, and it felt really good. So thanks for listening to this, and hopefully you guys got something out of the review. You got to see a little more in-depth of the game, because people keep showing the same things over and over and over, and they keep talking so much trash about this game, and this game isn't that bad. I just saw a rating for like a 2.3 stars out of 5. That's horrible. It's not that bad. It's a solid 4-star game. It's good. It's a lot of fun. It's 8 all the way to the bank. If you enjoy games like that, then you will enjoy this game to the max. Do not hesitate to purchase it and give them support, just like your Helldivers. Everyone's upgrading in Helldivers because the game's so good that everyone wants more of it in the future. So if you want this game to get better and become that Assassin's Creed premium level game that's never been crossed or done before, then you got to purchase it and you got to play it, and you got to show these guys that we want it as a community. Not that they're just going to build a whole nother game out of nothing, like an Assassin's Creed 5 Black Flag. It's not happening. At best, you're going to get a remaster, and that's it. So hopefully you guys like what I had to say. Maybe you'll agree, maybe you won't. You know, we get critics from both sides, but enjoy it. If you see me on the open water, send an invite or join the plunder and I'll destroy you. Whatever you want to do. We could play together. We could play against each other. Whatever. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.
grabbing your belly.
Captain, they are watching us!
Free the soil!
Fire! Fire!
Salvo upon us, Captain!
Help! On your last meal, friend! Right away, Captain!
حاجة غشت؟